Hey everybody, this is my red clawed crab tank, and I was actually just down here shooting some video on a different tank when I looked over and I noticed that this crab right here up front is eating something, and I don't know what that is. I didn't put anything in the tank that would look like that. The two Endler's guppies are right there, so that's what I thought it was at first, was going to be one of those Endler's guppies. I removed the female guppy, so it's not that. Here is one of the new fish I put in there, is that blue wag, and somewhere in there should be my swordtail. I just put a new swordtail in there. I'm looking around for it and I don't see it anywhere. So whatever that crab is eating doesn't look big enough to be the remains of that swordtail, but it proves a point. I've been saying all along that I don't think these crabs have ever been a bother to the fish in the tank. I haven't been too worried about it. And someone asked me the other day, like, are you sure they're not eating your fish? And it occurred to me, like, pretty much the same time that question was being asked of me, I was down here wondering, okay, you know what? I used to have about 6 or 7 Endlers in here, and it's occurring to me I only have 2 now. So it's possible that they could have died, and the crabs could have eaten them after they died, or they could have just gone in the corner and rotted away and I never knew about it. Or these crabs are actually getting a hold of my fish and I never realized it. I've never seen them go after a fish. I've never seen them snatch at one or try to eat one. I've never seen them eating the remains of one. With my crayfish, I would see them grabbing at the fish. I would see injured fish that, luckily escaped or whatever, but had torn up fins from it. I've never seen anything like that with these crabs, so I assumed they were harmless to fish. Even if you look at their claws, they don't seem like they're built for catching fish. They look like they're built for picking up bits and pieces of stuff and scraping algae off of rocks and things like that. They definitely don't look like they're built for being a predatory animal. So I don't know. That's a pretty good sized chunk of something. Of course we're not going to be able to see it looking down on the top. The glare from the light. So I suppose that's possible that that's the remains of my swordtail. Crab's loving it, whatever it is. But whether that's the remains of the swordtail or not, getting a little bit of action over here where the one's chasing the other one. I love it when they do their little break dancing and wave their arms all around. So whether that's the remains of my swordtail or not, and I'm beginning to suspect it might be, I really just don't see that swordtail swimming around in there anywhere. And that, again, is not a very reclusive fish necessarily. So, I don't know. Regardless, just by the lack of Endlers in there, I'm going to recant what I said about these being okay to keep with fish. I do suspect now that they probably do get the occasional fish, and they may come out and hunt at night when the fish are sleeping near the bottom. They might be just a little more opportunistic. I don't know. But I did want to shoot that little bit of video because I saw that crab eating that one little bit of whatever, and I don't know what that is. I didn't throw anything like that in the tank, so don't know what that was. I've also changed my waterfall around a little bit too, but we'll do another video on that a little later. We'll talk about my waterfall, my water circulation and everything in here. This video was just to recant my statement about whether or not those crabs were safe with fish. I do not think they are. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss anything I've got coming up. Thanks for watching this one. This is my red clawed crab tank. See you real soon in the next one.